Doesn't even show up saying what game it is. Alright, very high, VSync, I guess. Controls. So there's jump in this game. Item back to inventory. Okay. Inventory, journal. Level 2 and up. Lantern, I don't know what that means. Okay. Kind of loud. Let's lower this down a little bit. That should be good, I think. Game winds up being too loud. Hopefully somebody can let me know. Alright, let's get this game going here. God, it still sounds loud. Hopefully it's not too bad.
How long has it been? It was the time before the war. It was a time of innocence, before the cloud of death spread over Europe. At the time, I could not imagine that I would never see Uncle Vernon again. 56 years old. To die so suddenly? I am at a loss. And the house, it is not the same. The walls appear darker and cracked. The garden is neglected, quite different now from how I knew it. Everything is different, so very different.
I mean, it already crashed. Oh, okay. Alright, give me 1 second here. Fuck, guys, I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit more. Okay. There's capturing well. Looks like it is. Okay. What do we got? Open that bitch. Okay, so I don't have to drag, just click and it opens. Good. How come I can't move? I gotta read the letter first. Alright, Robert, it would have been my great pleasure to welcome you personally. It must have been 6 years since your last visit to Duncanhoff. The war has left its mark on the house, and nothing has been the same since. I am afraid I cannot welcome you in person today, given the unfortunate circumstances of late. He just said that. Robert, please let me accept my sincerest condolences for your loss. At the same time, I consider it my duty to inform you that your uncle has changed considerably in the last few months leading up to his death. He was no longer the man you once knew. The doctor determined your uncle's time of death as at, I guess, 1:30 a.m. March 3rd, 1920. The cause of death was found to be cardiac arrest. Madeline and I hereby wish to terminate our employment with your family and shall leave the house forthwith. She will likely move to Paris to be with her sister, while I shall seek my new pastures in Berlin. You will find keys to the private rooms and the kitchen table. It is time for us to leave. Our taxi is waiting for us at the gate. Your most humble servant, Alois Stripmatter. How do you say that? Okay. Okay, so I gotta hit J to do that. Alright, now I can move. Alright, so I guess first order of business is getting to the kitchen. Where the fuck that's at? Okay, so that's locked. I do not have a flashlight. Alright, that's locked as well. Did I check this door over here? Oh, there is no door there. Too dark. I must get the lights working again. Okay. Alright, so I can't walk anywhere upstairs until the lights are on. Alright, so let's go to the kitchen. Steve. How's it going, man? I was back at it again. Another indie game today. This one's called Vernon's Legacy. Doing pretty good. I would have been on earlier. It's been confusion with my father coming home from the hospital. He was due to come home today, but they elected to keep him at least one extra day as of right now to do like some last minute tests to make sure his oxygen circulation is pretty much 100% before they release him. So they wanted to run some more tests today just to make sure. In case, don't remember, he had surgery on his lungs, so he's been in there since Thursday. He's doing much better, but like I said, he was due home today, but from my understanding, he'll be coming home tomorrow, so if I would have known that, I would have been on earlier streaming, but I've been waiting for the phone call, and I honestly thought I'd be at the hospital at this point, right now, but that'll be tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get this game in today. I got things I have to do after dinner, so this is going to kind of be about a 4-hour stream in the meantime, and if I don't finish it, I might come on later in the evening to wrap it up. This isn't, I think it's like a 4 or 5 hour game, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, tomorrow I won't be on, at least I shouldn't be on early again. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I'm just hoping whatever it is doesn't, not to sound selfish, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is supposed to be all Outlast 1 and Outlast 2, so I'm hoping there's no interruptions there, but we'll see what happens. Alright, anyway. My dear Robert, believe me, I would have been delighted to see you again and embrace you in my arms. You must have become a real man by now. It has been a very long time indeed. Please forgive me, I've taken away the keys. What was... I don't know how to say that person's name. Alice or Alois? I don't know. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Whatever. Anyway, thinking to give you the keys to the house. After all, he has witnessed. You cannot stay here. Please listen to me. You must leave at once. The house is not what it used to be. Back then, it was very different. My dear Robert, please listen to me. For the love of God, do not linger here. Sincerely yours, Madeline DuPont. That was the other servant. God, I'm so used to hitting escape to close things. Okay, J. The item was placed in your inventory. Alright, so there's a key. I don't know what she was talking about. Alright, so already this game's a little bit different from game I played on Saturday. Just for the fact it's got an inventory system. Yeah, you hit I and there's the inventory. Again, I'm not sure if this is a straight up walking simulator where you can't die in this game. Guess we'll find out. Excuse me. Want to buy a second PlayStation VR headset? I'm selling. Nah. No, thank you. What would I need with another one? Why are you selling a headset anyway? Just not into the VR shit. Not worth the money. Which I would probably say is true at this point. And this game's gonna have a shit ton of reading. I can see this already. Dear Marie, I am so happy to hear that you were hired at the main post office in Paris. Hundreds of months have applied for the position with Monsieur Monroe. I am overjoyed. Write to me soon how you like your new workplace and whether you have already found a room. If you are still looking for an abode, perhaps you can check with Monsieur Bonnet. He's a friend of Master Vernon. He lives in the Rue du Sommerard, and will certainly be able to help you. I received a letter from our parents yesterday. They are already looking for helping hands for the almond crop. I would be happy to spend a few days there right now. Regrettably, I'm very busy at the moment. Robert is arriving tomorrow. You know, the nephew of our employer. He always spends part of the summer holidays at Dunkenhof. Nice name of the house. Knowing him, he will probably turn the whole house upside down. Last year, he even set Master Vernon's laboratory on fire, nearly reducing the house to ashes. His uncle seems thrilled that the boy dabbles in science, but where's the science in that? The whole laboratory was in flames, and Master Vernon lets him off without even a slap on the wrist, just like that. My dear Marie, I end for today and send you lots of hugs. Write me soon and tell me what is happening in Paris. Your loving sister, Madeline. P.S. I, again, don't know that person's name. I'll just say Alice. I don't know. Forgot to bring stamps from Metz. I even wrote him a special one. See, it's a him. Alois? I don't know how to say that guy's name. Special reminder. Sometimes I think he regrets to buy things from me on purpose, yet he never seems to forget his pipe tobacco. Hence, this letter will reach you with some delay. Yeah, plus, given the fact it's a mile long. Okay. Art style is a little different. It's like it's to be taken seriously, but yet has a little bit of like a cartoony, like comic book type outline to it. It's not bad. It's actually different. So far, there's a lot of opening of shit that just doesn't have shit in it. But I did complain about that not being in the other game, like the illusion that, giving you the illusion that something could be here, you know? Alright, so I got another key. And what was the key to? Kitchen. We'll find keys to the private rooms in the kitchen. God damn it, I hate that. Gotta hit J to close that fucking thing. Alright. I don't think I can go this way. I'm not sure I want to go that way. Alright, I don't see anything. Okay, there's a broken key in the lock. Okay. Alright, not the best physics in this game, but I'll let that go. So that's locked. Okay, so I'd open up this room. Items placed in your inventory. What is it? Screwdriver. God damn it. Why is... So you gotta hit I and R to get out of shit. Alright. Well, eventually we'll remember that. Alright, so we got a screwdriver. Okay. Can I get the thing out of the keyhole with the screwdriver? There's a broken... Oh, there we go. Dear Carl, I'm writing you today because I use a handyman around the house. As you know, I could use a handyman around the house. As you know, I work at the manor of Master Vernon. The house is simply too large for me to do all the work myself, and some things are best left to an expert. We have a boiler in the basement, a modern device used for water heating and steam generation. I suspect it is leaking on the bottom. We need to take a look at it. You know, Master Vernon is not stingy when it comes to payment. Maybe we can meet in Metz next Friday and discuss the details. I have some shopping to do in town anyhow, mostly for our cook Madeline. She keeps writing me these long shopping lists. I believe she does not even need half the things on the list, yet she makes a fuss every time I forget to bring something. Best regards, that weird fucking name. It's like, why are all these letters written and not sent? You know what I mean? It's just odd to find them. Alright, so there's a combination to that. Dear Carl, you did the right thing by moving to the capital to be with your family. I do not know which is worse, the war or Master Vernon's behavior. There's a lot of fighting happening in our vicinity, and he is always digging in the old vaults for potsherds. Not sure what that is, or God knows what. There are far graver issues to worry about if you ask me. I do not know if our lives are safe here. What if the front line expands and the house is overrun? I do not even know why I'm writing you. Neither do I. I will not be able to go into town and mail this letter anytime soon. Which would explain why it's sitting on the table. Best regards. Alright, P.S. My dog, Harris, has been missing for 3 days. This is not the first time he's wandered off. But he has never been away this long. I just hope that nothing bad has befallen him. Because that's a PS. That's the type of PS you include on a letter. Like, okay, dude. Alright, so obviously I'm gonna have to run into a dog at some point, I'm guessing. Alright, so still can't go there. I didn't really get anything out of that room, right? Just still have the key. There's nothing in the chest, right? Can't open it. Can't even move it, nothing. Alright. fuse is missing. Lovely. Okay, so where's the fuse at? Still can't go that way. Alright, is there a fuse box in here I could take a fuse out of? I may have missed. I don't see one. So there's definitely no fuse laying around in the corner here. Did I miss it in here? Possibly. None of this. Wait. Oh, it's a stupid box. Alright. None of this shit opens. Can't move any of that. Nothing here, so there's got to be a fuse out in the main hallway, I guess. The main hall. Dark. So I can't go anywhere up here. Shit's too fucking dark. Okay. First time I ever had a game where you can't actually walk into darkness. Alright, so what am I supposed to do then? I need a fuse. That's obvious, but where's the fuse at? You would think it was in that thing with the combination lock. My guess. But I don't recall seeing a combination. There's a letter I haven't found. And I bet you it has the combination on it. Alright, so there's supposedly a letter somewhere I haven't read. And it looks like I clicked on everything. don't see any numbers anywhere. I'm missing something. Just don't open. Okay, what am I missing? Can't get in this room for some reason. Obviously it's locked, but... $479 Paris Avenue. It's a 3-digit number. I'll try 479. Nope. That's not right. Oh. Where was this door? Hey, I'm confused. It's stuck already. I don't know. I have no idea. The only other place it may be is in that hallway that I can't. The other end of the hallway. Man, it doesn't appear to be anything to click on. Let's stand on that. I don't know. Stuck. Okay. Nothing. Fuck. Get it. What am I supposed to do? God damn it. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Really? How come it unlocked all the rest of the doors? And now I manually had to unlock that one? The fuck? Because he was unlocking other doors, so I assumed the key just automatically worked. Well, suck a dick. Dear Marie, it's hard to believe they closed the post office in Paris, but it's probably for the better. And once the dust settles, I'm confident you can start working there again. I'm quite sure the situation will calm down soon. Everyone here says so. Right now, I'm just happy to know that you are safe in Marseille. Sounds good. You paid a visit to our parents on the weekend. Sadly, I will not be able to visit mother and father in November as planned. As you know, the border crossings are temporarily closed. God damn it, Trump. I will just wait a few weeks before I take a few days off. Surely everything will go back to normal. The borders will be reopened soon. I look forward to seeing you all again. Warm hugs, Madeline. P.S. Numbnuts failed to buy stamps again, but this time he was not fault. The road to Metz is only open to military transports at this time. Besides, today's birthday. I should try to say something nice to him instead. Fuck him. I have not left the house probably a year. Even whoever and Master Vernon visit the city only rarely. It's simply too dangerous. Thank God we have enough supplies in the house and the vegetable patch and the garden. When I lie in bed at night, I can hear the thunder of cannons in the distance. Fighting to death is happening right now on our doorstep. I get goosebumps when I think about it. Master Vernon is trying best to ease the workload for him and I, for which I am most grateful to him. I will not abandon Master Vernon, however difficult the present situation may be. Warm hugs, Mal. So far, I don't see a fucking 3-digit combination to unlock that fucking thing. I don't know. I'm helpful in this fucking room. Let's see, 3 in red, 25, 26, which I assume means Christmas. I don't know why October 3rd would be in red though. November 11, 3 maybe? I don't know. Well, I gotta figure out how to get this thing open. Can't move the chair, so there can't access that desk. All letter G's on the books. I don't know what the combination is. Fuck. What the fuck? Am I really gonna have to Google that? Gotta be something in here. Why would you come into this room? Like, why would this room be locked? No fucking reason other than to read two things that fucking matter to begin with. God damn it, door. There was nothing in here. What the fuck is the point of this room? I honestly thought one of those pieces of paper would have a combination on it. I mean, I would have thought. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to use Google. And I have no idea. Oh fuck it. I'm gonna Google. Cheating already. Hmm. Well, the fuse is definitely in that lockbox, but I still haven't seen a combination to open it. Oh, that's why. Alright, so it was what I thought it was. Where's that calendar at? Fuck you. In physics. Yeah, it's highlighting 3 in November. I forgot, this is like a European game developer that made the game. So the calendar year is expressed differently for me. Like I'm used to going month, day, year. Instead this is day, month, year. So it's 3/11. Not 11/3. Alright, so that was confusing as fuck. I wouldn't have gotten that. So I'm glad I looked that up. And the fuse. Yep. Okay, so now there should be lights. Yep. Alright, cool. So I don't understand. I have no keys on me, but when I open up the door, it sounds like I'm using a key, and that's what confused me. The previous door. Spent almost the entire day in the old corridors yesterday and discovered some interesting parchments. Whose age I am not knowledgeable enough to estimate. I shall have to contact Professor Bonnet at the Pantheon Sorbonne University in Paris. He's considered an authority on early Christian and medieval archaeology. The professor has expressed an interest in the vaults beneath our house a few times and can surely say more about the finds. I shall write him tomorrow and invite him to Dunkenhof. I left the vaults in the evening through the entrance from the garden. Alright, so I have to go to the garden to get to the vault. I met Harris's dog halfway there. The dog ventured very deep into the dark corridors. Could this be where he buries the bones he gets from Madeline in the kitchen? One more reason to brick up the entrance to the garden. Alright, so that's a safe I need a key to. Throw pillows. That was fun. Another letter. Robert left 2 days ago. It is already more quiet in the house, and Madeline can breathe freely again. The boy has kept my cook constantly on her toes. Good lady worries too much about him. He is gone for 5 minutes. She immediately suspects the worst. However, she is right at one point. Brick up the entrance to the tunnel in the garden. The tunnel leads to the old vaults under the house and has an irresistible allure to a lad of his age. He goes down there, God knows what might happen. Newspapers are calling for general mobilization. Germany declared war on Russia yesterday. One would have thought it possible just a month ago. Hope that conflict will be resolved soon. Soon be resolved in perfect. Okay, so that's everything in this room. Excuse me, so it appears. Let's give me fucking keys. Right mouse button. Alright. Dear Marie, Master Vernon is not in the best of spirits. He's changed so much in recent months. Now that the war is over, life is slowly getting back to normal everywhere. However, the war has left a permanent dark cloud over Duncanhoff Manor, which is getting thicker with each passing day. Master Vernon has not eaten with us in the kitchen for several weeks. I only see him rarely, usually when he is on his way to the vaults beneath the house. Master Vernon has always treated Alois and me, I guess, with kindness. We endured the war together. It has created a bond between us like no other. Now he is reclusive and keeps a distance. His appearance has changed beyond recognition, as though he had aged very rapidly even though he's only 56. I wish I could help him, Marie, but I do not even know what ails him. It is the house, the vaults in the basement that made him like this. Warm hugs. Alright. What was that? Sound like a real bad fart. Hammer, which not pick up. Why can't I pick the hammer up and bash that shit? Okay, so we got that in this room, so I gotta figure out how to get that off. Hey, Mike. How's it going today, man? Alright, so let's run across the other way. This is Vernon's Legacy. So far it feels like a walking simulator. It's got an inventory system. I'm not sure if like you can actually die in the game or not, but it's a lot of reading. Like most indie horror games. And here we go. Dear Carl, you mentioned in your last letter that the Ziegler family would be happy to hire my services. I would like to think this. I would like to think on this offer. It's not easy for me to leave the employee of Master Vernon, given that I've worked at this house for 20 years. Nevertheless, it is time to go. Master Vernon is obsessed with his investigations to the point of delusion. He either stays in the vaults or locks himself in a library all day. 4 days ago, he even relieved me of my duties in the cellar. Not that I am anxious to have any further business down there. You would have to see him to believe it, Carl. He seems to have aged several years in just the last few days. All that gray hair, those sunken cheeks, almost overnight. Keeps this up, I will not give him too many years. Carl, can you please arrange a job interview with the Zieglers for me? Best regards, Alois. Alright. So basically I forget, you're either a nephew or grandson of the guy that owns this estate. The people that work for him left eventually. And I'm assuming it takes place during World War II or something, because you're talking about Germany and Russia being at war, so I'm assuming it's World War II. The owner of the estate or whatever has some fixation with some vault that's out in his garden. So I'm assuming whatever caused him to go insane, especially from reading the notes, tells you it has something to do with the vaults. So I'm guessing that's technically where we want to get to, is the vault. It's the gist of what I know from the story so far. The only thing I don't understand is well, now I have a key, but I didn't before. And it kept making that noise every time I open up a door. A little confusing. Okay. Oh. Strange, I've never seen a rat in the old vaults before, but today I discovered a whole rat cemetery. Dozens were scattered over an area of a few square meters. It is not at all clear how the animals died and why they are only found in this part of the vault. The rats appeared intact outwardly. Could there be lethal gases down there? Perhaps carbon dioxide? I have to be more careful in my explorations. And FYI, if there's any game I've played that I don't understand why I can sort of pick that up but not, can't even move it. Anyway, if there's any games I've played that you didn't catch the endings or whatever, I do have everything archived in the collections above the stream. Just click there, you can check them out at your leisure if you want. But I am playing all the games to completion. So if you see me playing another game and you weren't around for the other one, you'll know that I finished the other one. So the one is something else. FYI. In case anybody cares. The exploration of the Western Vault has progressed slowly in recent weeks. It is cold and damp down here. Today I finally have some success to report. I managed to break through one of the walls and discovered a cavity behind it. It appears to be another tunnel system of enormous proportions. It is a mystery to me, for what purpose it was built. Unfortunately, I have not yet succeeded in deciphering the parchments, though I suspect that they will tell me something about these underground structures. God, that's loud. Alright, today I ventured further into the newly discovered vault. It is partially flooded with water. Often it is difficult to gauge how deep the water is. Most of the puddles are only a few centimeters deep, though some of them seem to be bottomless. I have to watch my step very carefully. I shall have to pump out the water next summer. I'm sure that didn't happen. Alright, so it looks like it's it in this room. I don't know what the map is here for. Singapore? I can click it, but it don't do shit. I don't know. There's nothing down there. Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't know what fucking point that's supposed to serve. But yeah, I noticed that. Alright, so this is like the first creepy room of the house. Alright, there's a crowbar. We will not pick that up yet. Fuck is that thing? Alright, let's read the note first. Today I received Professor Benet's rejection to my invitation. It was hardly unexpected, as Germany and France have been at war for 18 days now. Who would have guessed that the events of Sarajevo, I guess, would escalate like this? A shame, really. I'm certain he would have had more say about the parchment scrolls. Europe is engulfed in conflict. Blitzkrieg is what the newspaper call it. They saw. They say it should be. They should. What? They say it should all be over by Christmas. However, I find it hard to believe. I'm also worried that Madeline. She was born in Marseille, I guess, but has lived in Germany since her childhood. Just planning to visit her family in France in the fall, which is now completely out of the question due to the current circumstances. After finishing her work in the kitchen, she locks herself in her room and does not appear again until breakfast the next morning. Well, that's how every woman should be, really. Cook, you clean, you go lock yourself away, and you come out when you got to do your same shit again. That's nothing wrong with that. She is clearly very upset. I cannot even let her go shopping to Metz anymore. If the police stop her for questioning, she'll be arrested on the spot for having a French passport. Okay. Let's grab this fucking thing. Oh, you don't place in your inventory. Oh, I know what to do with that now. Alright, let's get the fuck out of this room. Wait. Oh, I was about to say, what happened to the door? Okay, so I know what the crowbar's for. How did I miss going in that room originally? The lock make me go in. Alright, anyway. Alright, so the crowbar is used here. And it gives me another fucking key. However, I cannot pick up the hammer. Alright, so this game's like fucking key, nothing but keys and notes. Basically. And getting back to that whole comment about the leaving comments on a VOD. Like, my question to Twitch would be, why the fuck would anybody want to do that? Like, why did they worry about going into the process of coding that in for, like, 2 people who might fucking think of doing that? It is kind of odd. It's like one of those, like, really? You wasted time doing that? Oh. Oh, maybe I gotta use it on this door over here. Guess that would help. Yeah, okay. You got the bad ending of the game last night? Yeah, I did. I looked it up. Yeah, when he burns the picture and then burns himself alive, yeah, that's the bad ending. It doesn't say what determined the bad ending, but I'm guessing because the ghost, jump scared me a few times. Like, I guess that's why I got the bad ending. I honestly don't know. I don't know what triggers the bad ending versus the good ending. But I don't know. I kind of felt that that was more fitting anyway, because when you get to play the DLC, the house is burnt to a crisp. So it kind of makes more sense that you do get the bad ending, because so later when you come back in the DLC, you know, there's a reason why the house is kind of burnt to a crisp. You know what I mean? Like, if you get the good ending, you'd be asking yourself, like, what the fuck happened? So, I don't know. From a story standpoint, I'm fine with it. But I was gonna play through it again just to get the good ending. Like I said, I really don't know what caused the bad ending anyway, so fuck it. And then the DLC, the Inheritance, I got the not the best ending, but the good ending. So, and I would have gotten the best ending, but there was a picture, like a crayon. There's 9 crayon pictures you have to pick up. The girl has to find that she drew from her past, and I had 8 out of the 9. There was one room I didn't go into, so I was sitting there thinking, all right, well, it must be in that room. Well, that room wound up ending the DLC. So there must have been a picture that I just didn't pick up in one of the rooms I was in, because I was in all the other rooms of the house. So I just fucked up and grabbed something. So that's why I got the good ending, not the best ending. So. But yeah, the main game, I don't know what causes the bad ending. Okay, did I or did I not unlock the door to come in here? And there's literally nothing to do in here? What? Oh. Okay. There's that. So I got a canister. How's that? What is it? A bottle with a strange liquid. The fuck would I use that for? Bottle with a strange liquid. Fucking the lightning or thunder or whatever it is outside sounds like shit from fucking Castlevania. It sounds pretty bad. What would I use the liquid on? I have no idea. The map, maybe? I still need to get into this. Doesn't work on that. Oh, that key unlocks that. Okay. Didn't know that. Opens that way. Is it supposed to be a puzzle? I don't I don't get it. Swachika? No. Some weird. I don't get it. Oh, I think I do now. Nope. trial 256 combinations. Problem is, I don't know what is the combination supposed to be going up, over, or down. Like, I don't you know which way the combination is supposed to go. Like, I don't. Does this puzzle like make any sense to you? If it even is a puzzle, I don't. Am I missing something? I don't. This is harder than the than opening the vault itself, or the thing. All right, hold on. That's pointing down. I don't know if that means anything, but I did have them all pointing down, didn't I? All right, so I have them all pointing down. No, that doesn't do anything. I don't see anything that's supposed to be like a solution. That's what I was saying. I don't know what this is supposed to be. What this wants. Not a clue. And I'm usually pretty good at puzzles. Pumpkin invasion. You call it pumpkin invasion, I call it pumpkin spam. What the fuck am I doing? I mean, literally, I probably will have to sit here and fucking try all 256 combinations. Well, there was a key to open the safe, yes. And then these 4 switches are here, which looks like it opens again to the right, because you can see there's brackets here. Which means this has to open. So, I'm assuming it's a puzzle, but I don't fucking get it. I mean, usually I could look at a puzzle and be like, oh yeah, this is what it wants me to do. I haven't got a fucking clue what this thing wants me to do. There's nothing distinctful with the pattern saying, yeah, like this has got a point somewhere. I don't get it. But like Mike said earlier, there's only 256 combinations, so... 4 cubed, right? 4, 4, 4. I don't know. Something... Gotta be something that indicates the solution. Well, I got the jar. Let me go see if I can pour this jar of liquid on the map in the other room. Because there's a map and I didn't figure out what to do with the map. Or maybe the map tells you what to do. So this has nothing to do with the creepy guy here. Let's go try the map real quick. Because I could click on it, but I can't pick it up. Oh, there it is. Oh. Maybe this one's got to face east. This one's got to face south. That one's got to face north. And that one's got to face west. But I don't know what the ink... I have no clue what the ink just did. Like blood or something here. Alright, so east, south, northwest. East, south, northwest. Doubt that's the answer, but let's try it. Even though I already forget what it was. That was south. That was north. So this should be facing east, and this should face west. See, I didn't need all 256 of those combinations. Alright, and again, another fucking key. Alright, but I still don't know... Why did I need to pour the shit on the map? Didn't actually do anything, did it? I know it stained it. It's like alcohol, I guess. Maybe that was just to tell me not to focus on this shit, but to focus on these. Maybe that's what that was basically trying to tell me. By doing that? I don't know. Alright, anyway, got a key. So the only thing I didn't unlock are these two doors down here. This one and that one. Okay, it doesn't go in that door. There it is. Progress. Well, so far, and another fucking key. So far, this game suffers from a couple different problems. In the old cliche of horror games. One, way too fucking many notes to read. Two, way too many fucking keys to use. And three, not a lot of assets in the game to really fill in the environments or clutter the environments to make it feel like, like more immersive. So far, 3 issues with the game so far. But it's not terribly laid out. I mean, the assets that are here are decent enough to tell its story, I guess. So and then there's that. Alright. War has reached Duncanhoff Manor. German and French soldiers have been fighting at Vernon for over a week now, which is located 30 kilometers from the house. The road to Mentz is used exclusively by the military. I avoid visiting the city. There is no life left in the streets, and all the shops are empty. Madeline has not left the house in over a year. I barely use large rooms on the ground floor anymore, apart from the library. These days, I share my meals with Madeline and Alois in the kitchen. We do not talk much to each other. Besides harass, not picking up his Oh, it's the dog. Okay. Besides Harris, I guess, not picking up bones in the kitchen today, there's not much to discuss. Even so, the time spent together in the kitchen gives us all a little warmth and sense of security. Fighting continues unabated. It is difficult to imagine that men are losing their lives every day, not far from Duncanhoff. Robert will soon be of fighting age. I very much hope that he can escape the slaughter. Nearly 2 years have passed since we have last seen him. Still no signs of Harris. Alois is very concerned about the whereabouts of his beloved pet terrier. The UI doesn't look good either. Yeah. I'm willing to, I can give that a pass though, because it is an indie game, and you know they have limited money to focus on certain things of the game. So as long as the story and whatnot is pretty good, I can overlook UI stuff. You know what I mean? But does it look great? No, I agree, it doesn't. But I mean, here's a simple little mechanic that some games don't allow you to do. Like, yeah, I can pick up the chair. I can also throw it. It's very Amnesia. A lot of games don't fucking do that. So, I mean, I give them a little credit for some of the stuff in the game. Obviously not a lot, but a little bit. That's obviously circled for a reason. Middle Europe, I guess is what that says. Not sure where the fuck that's supposed to be, and why it's circled, but whatever. Phase physics, yeah, that base over here, you like that, huh? Somewhere in the north of France. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can see Britain up here. Then I guess this starts to be Netherlands up this way. Yeah, so that's probably right. That might be where the house is located. I don't know. Another fucking letter. That's all this game is, letter and fucking keys. Oh, we got some pool. Can I play? Ah, see, I would have gotten like a fucking 6 or 7 out of 10 right there for if I was able to play pool, even though all the fucking pool balls are the same fucking color except for the cue ball. But again, we'll overlook that. But no extra points. Can't shoot pool. All right. So are we halfway done the game already? Like, is that what this is telling me? Late last night I noticed 2 strangers in our garden. I grabbed my old carbine and went outside with Alois to arrest the intruders. There were 2 starving Germans fleeing from the war. Heil Hitler! Fuckers. Deserters. If the military police find them in my house, we will all be in big trouble. Not just the 2 German soldiers, but Madeline, Alois, and I too. I shall decide what to do with them later. Madeline is caring for the 2 runaways like they were her own children. Really? She has given them new clothes and prepared them 2 mattresses in the east wing. In the evening, she kept persuading me that it was my duty as a decent man to help them. It is, after all, the Christian thing to do. Fuck them. Yeah, tell that to the fucking Jews if they're sitting there gassing and shit. Fuck the Germans. Back then, that is. Reporting them to the authorities would be a certain death sentence. My French cook is holding her protective hands over 2 German deserters while our fellow countrymen are shelling each other with mustard gas not far from here. There are strange times indeed. God damn, another fucking letter. That's all this game is. Well, I've been rusty on reading in general in games, so this has definitely got me reading a little bit better lately. Alright, today I received the postcard from Robert. I do not know whether to be happy about it. I felt like there was an or, but whatever. The postcard came from the Eastern Front. Now, the war is caught up with my nephew. His regime is near Riga, or whatever. The winters tend to be very cold there. I still see him in my mind as a little boy as he proudly shows me the location of Duncanore Manor on the map. That must have been the map we looked at. And marks the spot with a red crayon. Alright, so that's what we saw. This is the first time I have prayed in a long time. Hans and Werner, these are the names of our two new housemates. Is that what you call them now? Housemates? They're tremendously graceful for our help and try to reciprocate in whatever way they can. They've helped Madeline out in the kitchen and assisted Alois with expanding the rabbit hutch in the garden. There's not much else to do with Duncanore Manor at the moment. Perhaps they could brick up the entrance to the tunnel in the garden. That's all they keep talking about is closing off the entrance to the garden. There are enough bricks left in the barn. We only need some mortar. For accessing the underground rooms and vaults, I will still have the entrance in the house left. Oh, so you can get to the vaults through the house. It's the first day. Read that. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, I thought it was gonna be a puzzle. What? The type of gramophone. But what are the keys for? I don't know. Can I look at it? Looks like a vortex. Okay. I don't know. Alright, so we gotta use this somewhere. Sasha can't play pool. Well, there's I don't know what there's different. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. There's other notes that said like 1920, 1920, 1920. But I guess they're probably after the war. So yeah, it would be the First World War. Yeah. Alright, so they're not gassing Jews yet. Still dicks. Alright, so where would I take... What is that called again? A gramophone. Where would I take that? We did get another key though, right? So that must open up over here. This was a new key, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm assuming I'll have to use that phone thing in here somewhere. That was for Mike since he liked the Voz physics. Now I just enjoy doing it. Yeah, that's what they said, yeah. Mustard casting. They did note that in one of them. Oh, I can't break that one. Alright, so we have a key. Alright. Today, Alois and I obtained the mortar for the building project in the garden. If not for my long-standing relationship with Mr. Cornet, and the half ham I slid him over the counter once, we would have returned home empty-handed. The situation is getting worse by the day. Foodstuffs in particular are running short in the city. Hans and Werner have disappeared without a trace. Good fuck them guys. We spent the last few days sealing the tunnel entrance. They almost had it bricked up, and we're glad to be doing something useful. I suspect that the military police arrived on the scene. I'm sure he died because of the vault. Sweeps for deserters have been stepped up in recent weeks. Hans and Werner must have made a quick getaway. Madeline suggested at dinner maybe the vault swallowed them up just like the dog, which is probably what exactly did happen. So where the fuck is this vault? Okay, so there's a combination on here. I did not see combination numbers anywhere. So what could possibly be the combination? Don't know. I still can't get through here, right? No. What the fuck is this? What is that? Furnace, I guess. Okay, so that's where that goes. Sorry. Didn't mean to break it. Is it just me, or does this game not really highlight the solution to puzzles very well? What the fuck?